This is the boarding of the Tantive IV, set 75387. It comes with 7 minifigures total, including Darth Vader, 2 Stormtroopers, 2 Rebel Troopers, Captain Antilles, and our exclusive figure, Clone Trooper 5s. First up for the pros, we have Darth Vader. We've got him in a bunch of different sets in the past, so really nothing special about this one. Underneath the helmet, we get that scarred Anakin face. That's always nice. Then on the arms, we have that nice printing for his sleeves. I think that's a great addition. Relatively new addition, but again, nothing terribly spectacular about this figure. But that's not a bad thing. Still great that he comes with the set. Next, we have these 2 Stormtroopers who accompany Darth Vader aboard the Tantive IV. They, of course, have that new white hip piece. They used to be black, like you can see here, but LEGO has made an updated change, and it's a well-needed change as well. They look super sleek and white and just look so much better. Underneath the helmet, we get 2 basic human faces. Again, nothing different than we've had in the past, but still great to have underneath the helmet of our favorite white troopers. Next, we have these 2 Rebel Troopers. Actually, I think they're called Rebel Fleet Troopers or something like that, but it makes no difference. They are identical. They have the same torso, gun, legs, helmet, head, all that good stuff. They also have a double-sided head, which I think is great. One is angry, the other is, well, not angry. I might have liked to see different face prints for both of these guys, but let's be honest, could you tell the difference between the guys on the Tantive IV? I couldn't, so it's really not a big deal. Next, we have Captain Antilles, who, unlike the rest of his Rebel Troopers, looks a lot different with his tan jacket and pants. He has a different face print, with one being passive and the other side being very terrified of Darth Vader. I think that is a great addition, because in the movie he does get choked by Darth Vader, so it makes a lot of sense. His tan jacket and pants also look very good, very accurate. I especially love this little rank plaque right here. Kind of looks like a dice, but it's what the Rebels wear, so that's pretty nice. Finally, we have our exclusive minifigure for the set, Clone Trooper 5s. He is, of course, in honor of 25 years of LEGO Star Wars. It's a great addition to have this guy. His printing looks amazing. You can see his arm printing with the buttons, and on the other side, he's got some sort of wrist rocket, it looks like. His helmet also has some very original designs. There has been some disputes over this little crest over the top and the orientation of it. I don't mind it. It still looks great. I'm sure LEGO did their best. That's literally their motto, is only the best is good enough. So it looks fine. Got a rangefinder on here that you can just take on and off with ease. The torso and legs also look phenomenal. And he even comes with a backpack that you can put on, which looks very accurate to what he wears in the Clone Wars, and just a really nice addition for this ARC Trooper. One thing that really makes this character stand out is his shoulder pads, which to me kind of look like something a vampire would wear, you know, like the really high collars around the cape, but that's just because they're brand new and they're kind of stiff. They haven't loosened up enough to look like shoulder pads, but I'm sure with time they will break in and settle into a nice, comfortable position. Underneath the helmet of 5, sorry I'm recording this a bit later, you can see he has a small 5 on the side of his head, just like he does in the Clone Wars, so nice exclusive face print for this guy. He also comes with a printed 25 year of LEGO Star Wars plaque that you can put him on. Just a nice little addition to the set that you can set him on top of. Now it's time for the build, and this thing looks great. I literally went back and watched the boarding the Tantive IV scene just to get an idea of what I was reviewing, and this thing looks spot on, just from the cracks of red in between the walls to the floor tiles. Even the stickers just make this thing look so good. I love every detail about it. It's just great. You may have noticed these little knobs on the side of the set, and they actually control the floor like so. There are 4 of these total. And those are for if you wanted to put a minifigure on here. Whoops, dropped him. If you put him on there and then flick it, it makes it look like he's been shot by a blaster bolt. So great effect there. At the end of the hallway, there's this door, and up here, by pulling this lever, you can actually open the door. It's a small sliding mechanic. I'll show you what the back looks like in a minute. But flipping it makes the door kind of have these hot marks around it. That is when the stormtroopers blow open the door with, I guess, bombs or something. But it's just a really nice effect. I could play with this just for hours. It's like a little fidget. Just the door sliding back and forth is so satisfying. This is what it looks like from the back. The door is on the other side of this white tile here. And by pulling the lever, it just swaps between the 2 openings. So the more you know, it's just a really nice effect. There's also this other lever on the back, which also controls the door. It's just a little bit harder to access, just kind of tucked away in between this door frame. I just prefer this lever, just closer and more accessible. You may have noticed these conveniently placed Technic holes right here. And the set also comes with these 2 Technic pins, almost like you could connect 2 of these if you had them. In fact, if we look at the instructions here, it actually encourages you to buy 2 sets to connect them and make one big hallway scene. I think it looks great, but I personally will not be spending $110 just to make this. That's it for the play features, but there's also this very small transparent cylinder which you can put on the floor to make it look like Captain Antilles is being choked by Darth Vader. In the Clone Wars, Fives has some really nice blue and gray striped waist capes, and I would have loved to see them on this figure. You can kind of see them down the sides a little bit here, but just like the shoulder pads, I would have loved to see a cloth waist cape on his waist. That would have been a great addition to the figure, but LEGO is sadly moving away from those and moving toward this weird printed design, which I'm not a huge fan of, but just would have been really nice to see that cloth piece. Now, this next con isn't with these figures themselves. It's actually that I wish we'd gotten a different figure than maybe this one or something like that. I wish we could have gotten Rebel Friend in this set, and if you've played LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Rebel Friend was just your basic Rebel Trooper, except he dressed all in red and helped you throughout certain levels in that game, and he was just an awesome dude. Would have been a great opportunity to bring him back in this set. I have a few cons with the set, mostly the floor and how they have these little gaps in between. Now, I understand why they're there for the play feature to work, so they can spring up. I would have loved a way to incorporate them so that they didn't have this random, slit in the floor. That's just kind of weird for me. I don't really use play features all that much. I would have just loved to see just a flat surface. But there are some people who like playing with these little flick things, so I get it. This next one isn't so much a con as it is a creative suggestion. I would have loved to see a nice door on this door frame here. It has no purpose. It doesn't lead to anything on the back, and there's just no door to open or close. I would have loved to see something like that. I feel like it would have been easy to just incorporate it on this same mechanism so that both doors open at the same time through the same lever. But I would just love to see a second door on this random door frame in the middle of the hallway. Just a small recommendation there. But in conclusion, I think this is a wonderful set. For $55, you get 6 great minifigures, as well as this 7th exclusive figure, which is really the only reason I have this set at all. It is phenomenal. I love all the printing all the way around on this guy. And the build is also very nice. I love the door mechanic, like I said earlier, just really satisfying. And this is just a great set. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. If you haven't already, go ahead and scroll down and click the like and subscribe button, all that great stuff. But I think that's it. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.